Gotta wait for it to show up. Push your button?
I did.
Okay. I just need to check. Oh, there we are. See, it just changed. No, wait. What's it doing? Flat for a while. Nope. That's the video. Are we live? I don't know. Let's go back here. Give me a second. Should be able to go here. Shut up. There's no indication like there used to be, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You used to go to the go live button and push it from there, but no. We have to do it this way. There we go. We're live. Yay. We're here again. This is why we said 6 p.m.-ish. Last week was 4 p.m., by the way. So we're a couple hours later this week.
Well, I was otherwise engaged, so there you go.
Most certainly were. You need to talk for just a couple of seconds. See, my descriptions don't match. That's bizarre. I'll have to change them post video. It says my video is unlisted.
Oh.
Which is bizarre. I don't even know where that is anymore.
Let me check what's going on my.
I'll do that. So what are we doing today? I'm kind of discombobulated here today. What was your plans for? You know what? I'm bad. I didn't even read your show notes yet. I got some of it.
Well, I was. We were on the theme of New Year's stuff.
Well, yeah, last week was New Year's. This week you did something today on the mental health issues.
Well, I was talking about. I was looking at celebrity deaths. There's another one in the hockey world.
Just
today, and I was thinking about like at the end of the year they do a how many people did we lose this year, and there's usually the awards or something. There's a big thing with all their photographs and all that stuff, and some of the people, when you watch those videos of who's passed in that year, some of those people
they were celebrities, you wouldn't know they died.
Yeah, I mean, I really like that they honor people who are you don't see much. Like they're in the back doing like directors. I mean, you would see directors, but
yeah.
You know, some of the like
guys behind the camera generally
yeah, and costume designers and things like that pass away. They recognize them in the film industry, and I think that's cool. It shouldn't be just the people that we all have encountered, kind of thing. It's because those people are important in their own right. But oftentimes when I'm watching those, I think, okay, I don't know who that is, but that's cool. Or I'll think, I haven't seen anything from that person in 10 or 15 years. I thought they'd already passed on. What a surprise. And oh, aging was unkind, or aging was very kind. And those kind of thoughts. And we generally aren't too attached emotionally to people that the celebrities that pass away. Like you've seen them in some shows or something, and you might be a fan and all that stuff, but it's not the same as losing a family member. On occasion, there is a fixation, right? I remember when Princess Diana passed away. She was like about the same age as me, and I was just I felt like I'd lost my best friend when she passed away, and I'd never met the woman, you know, and but it's just the type of person that she was, and she was much loved and so on, and so that's impactful. And I wondered also, while I was thinking about all this, I wondered if perhaps those kind of relationships are more intense with the isolation of the COVID years that we've gone through, and how we spend our social life interacting on the internet and through social media platforms, and reading the latest gossip news, and oh my God, I need to know what the wealthy folks are doing, and the what they're doing over here, there, and everywhere. I have to know all that stuff. And that's part of my social isolation, that it's way more important to me, and I have way more opinions than I probably did prior to the pandemic.
Okay, I need to stop you for just a second.
What's that?
I have to stop my stream for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You keep going.
Okay.
Mine's not going out because my resolution's wrong.
Oh, okay.
You're fine. You just keep going.
Alrighty.
I'm still with you. They can still hear me. They just can't see me.
Oh. Okay.
On my channel. They can see you on yours though.
Okay. So the other impact I was thinking about celebrities, and that is that their families have this really cool thing for when they're grieving for them. For instance, if I wanted to see Leslie Jordan, I was missing that silly little guy, silly little man, and I wanted to remember what he was like. I could hit up YouTube or Google or pull up one of their Netflix shows or something that's within. There was an episode of The Masked Singer repeated just the other night that featured Leslie Jordan, and I thought, oh, I remember that episode. He was hilarious, and so you have, as family members of that person, you have video and audio, and oh my God, it's like they're right there in the room. What a bonus to, I guess, if there's a bonus to grieving, what a nice angle for that. Most of us don't have. Yeah, well, that's really the wrong word, but what a something nice for people who are grieving. Most of us have photographs, lots and lots of photographs, and the odd memento. Oh, Mom liked these little weird things, or and so we can say, well, I can hold this, her jewelry, and think, oh yeah, this is Mom, and all that stuff. Way different from watching a video of them telling some crazy joke or singing a song or whatever their skill set was, right? And I wondered if that helps, or if someone like Lisa Marie Presley just passed away. If someone if her mother really hates Elvis movies because he's there all the time looking at her and he's gone, and it makes it worse. Does it make it worse? Or is the fear, most of us have a fear of forgetting. Someday I'm going to forget what my mother's face looked like. Yep. Because the pictures I have of her, photos, you're kind of hosed, right? You have photos, but they don't take photos up until the last moment of drawing breath, most likely, and so you don't have so am I going to forget what these people look like? And you don't really have that option when they're on cable TV at 3:00 in the morning. There's your person that you loved singing and dancing, and in Elvis's case, shaking his booty. And you wonder about those things. I've thought often about Carrie Fisher, and when you see clips of her that they can film industry is wonderful in its subtleties, and being able to pull somebody that doesn't from all their previous footage, and here they are again in this movie acting. And wouldn't it be interesting if we could pull memories from our head and make them into a video, and so then we could watch the video, we can be creative about it and put them into I could have a video from my head of my mother interacting with a child, and then bring in the new footage of the new grandchild, and it'd be like Mom was holding the new grandchild when they never met. Kind of like they do in Harry Potter, pull the memories out of their heads. Yeah, Harry Potter. Who else was it? Harry Potter. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Harry Potter that the guy pulled the memories, and the other one, the Fantastic Animals, where he did that too. And he pulled the memory out and then put it into the video saying we can all watch Mom play with the new baby. Wouldn't that be cool? So this
Sorry, a bit of a in the microphone from my fan.
yeah.
I'm having to do the switching of slightly manual, so if anybody noticed the graphics don't quite catch up today for some strange reason, it's a little messed up. And that probably had to do with me having to redo the driver, 4 times today?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
you
there's been
can
a lot of
always
strange things
bet
going on, yeah.
that when you want to go on live or do
Something's gonna go wrong.
yeah, it's just like Murphy's Law.
Mhm.
It's
So I'm actually having to use a mouse. How quaint.
good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look at today. I mean, actually, you didn't hear about it until post game, but a lot of the Canucks players were affected by that. Now, they purposely, from what I understand, didn't tell them
Until after the game?
until after the game.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it happened just before second intermission.
Oh, that he passed away?
Yeah.
This is Gino.
Gino Ojic. Gino.
Yeah.
That is his room echoing, isn't it?
It might be.
This room has got a horrible echo. Where'd that come from?
Might be. I don't know. I was on a Zoom call earlier this afternoon, and the
Oh, I know.
I left the office door open because air, and the bathroom down the hall doorway was flapping with the wind from the window that was open,
Well,
and it kept going, bing, da, da, bing,
we
like
just
this.
had the dog barking.
Yeah. Fortunately, I wasn't saying too much on the Zoom call, so it didn't bother anybody else.
There, that should fix it.
So I was talking about Princess Diana and my feeling like she was my best friend. I think that's why I'm fixated with young Harry
his
and
wonderful
and
look.
and Meghan. I think Meghan's a bit of all right actually, and Harry's just a cutie pie. Because us gingers have to hang together. You know how it goes.
Well, like I said, going through that book we were listening to it, he just refused to believe she was dead.
Yeah,
For
that
quite
was
a
his
while.
way, and I could see that.
That's his way of dealing with it.
Yeah, I still have in my file cabinet downstairs a file folder full of clippings from the month after she passed. There was something new in the paper every day, and I have all of the clippings. Like that's I'm not much of a crazy fangirl really about anybody or anything. Not much of a puck bunny or anything like that.
You are so.
But I
You are so a puck.
Princess Di, I was on to that. So you've got Harry's book,
I do, yes.
and
It's
you've been
actually
listening to it
I
on.
try not to listen to it too late because I want to listen to it all.
You don't want to miss anything. He's got quite a sense of humor.
He does. It's a bit bizarre.
Yeah, and he's talking about at the beginning of the book. He talks about his childhood, and he refers to Prince Charles as Pa, and Queen Elizabeth as Granny,
And,
and the Queen Mother as Gran.
yeah.
Yeah, and he talks about being a little hellion, getting
He's
into
a
all
little
kinds of
shifter.
yeah, big time in getting into fights fighting with his brother, except when his brother was being picked on, then the two of them would take on the world.
Yeah,
And
the funny thing was about it when there was just the two of them, he wanted nothing, or when he was with his friends, he wanted nothing to do with Harry.
yeah,
I've seen that quite.
yeah. Well, that's pretty
Pretty
standard
normal,
older brother stuff, especially when they're fairly close in age.
Speaking of being an older brother, right?
Yeah.
I think my lights are too
Yeah, you don't want to hang out with the little brothers. Come on.
Four.
Go there. Get away. Yeah, that's pretty common.
Okay, so it's gonna get hot in here. I turned off the fans because our microphones need to be reset. But whatever.
The other thing that's funny is that he understood quite clearly that he wasn't wanted there, but didn't give a rat's ass and went anyway.
That's the title of the book, eh?
Yeah, yeah. The title of the book is Spare, so he's the one. If the heir to the throne buys it, he's the spare.
He's the spare. And what's funny is because of it, he's not allowed to travel with his brother.
Yeah.
They can't travel together.
Well, I gather they couldn't travel together from an early age.
Well, that was just because they tried to kill each other half the time.
Yeah, he talks about being in a caravan of cars coming from somewhere to somewhere else on a family trip, and they were fighting. Him and his brother were fighting in the back seat, and his dad pulled over and made William go and get in the next car behind because he was sick of listening to it.
Sick of listening to the giant rolling around, beating each other up, and they were just playing.
Yeah, they were just farting around
Doesn't matter.
like a pair of puppy dogs rolling around the floor, biting on each other.
Yeah, I never did that with my brothers. There was too big an age gap.
No. I never did that with my brother, although I would do my best to get him into trouble. Yeah.
You're, we need to check. You need to move your mic. You're popping it. You're popping your microphone, lady.
Well, I'm probably because I'm talking to the side of it because I'm sitting sideways.
You know what?
What?
This, as they say, is your show. Sit however you like. If you want to sit on your head with no clothes on, although it is YouTube, so I probably would.
I'm pretty sure that ratings would tank if I did that. But anyway, so
Let's put a hunt up in here and find out.
so we talked about literature.
We did.
We talked about celebrities.
We did.
Right. The other thing that it was segue from dealing with grief and what the heck is that?
Helicopter go right by the window.
Holy crap, holy. The mic really picks it up, eh?
Yeah, well, I got it so far up because you're so soft spoken.
There, okay.
Here, I'll just put the music up just a little to cover that. There we go. Sorry.
I realized after we were on the air there last week that one of the things we were going to talk about was the fact that we practice polyamory and talk to people, anyone that wanted to chat with us about how that works or doesn't work or whatever. And today I sat in on a session, workshop type, well, it was a panel discussion with several people who are counselors, family counselors or couples counselors or something. And they were talking about
Counselors of some sort.
polyamory and mental health. And it wasn't that polyamory causes mental health issues.
Well, sometimes it does.
It those issues are there to start with.
Well, I didn't say
or
that. I just said it was well, how about saying it adds to them?
well, it doesn't add or detract really. It's just a thing. But you will find that people who practice polyamory, we used to always say, if you practice polyamory, you're on the fringe anyhow, so a lot of other things will likely appeal to you, like, for instance, role-play games, LARPs.
It's funny, I've never got into that.
Some kink is something that's quite common with people who are polyamory. They once they learn to think outside the box, they just think outside the box on pretty much everything. And they said that that's becoming... research is showing that folks who are neurodivergent are also, you would find them in this particular community as well, because it's comfortable to think outside the box for one thing, but also in a polyamory household or a grouping of people, you're going to find more people to support and share in your issues and support you and communicate with and help you learn to communicate. And
How about we back up and explain the big word you used at the beginning for some of our listeners that probably are going, what did she just say?
what word did you not understand?
The big long one.
Neurodivergent?
That one, yeah.
Oh, well, it could mean a lot of things, but lately,
Cool Notes version.
yeah, most people would think that it's someone who's on the autistic spectrum or autism spectrum or ADHD or has some kind of thinking process that's a little different from
I was just
and I'm not actually sure how different, but anyway.
No, I just wanted to make sure they knew what we were saying.
Yeah, and it could be a lot of things. It could be a lot of things, but that's usually what people are thinking of when they use that term. is that it's someone on the spectrum or someone who has got ADHD. So in a polyamory situation, household, or polycule, we like to call them, you've got more people. But the same is true of having children in a polyamory community. This takes a village, and I think in terms of mental health, it takes a village as well. You want to not feel like you're putting people out who are helping you. Feel like there's resources available to bounce stuff off of. And I don't know, as I was going through life and learning about polyamory, to all my life I've been told that I was either not enough or too much. Most often it was too much. So for me to have several people that I could whine to or bounce things off of or whatever is
bounce things off than whine to. You don't whine.
Is a good thing. And so the more people in the household to take the weight of the issues and the problems, and then that tears them down and makes them more doable. And I think the same is true of mental health issues, that the more people able to assist and quantify and qualify and bounce things off of, the better.
Two heads are better than one.
Yeah, and so in this workshop they talked a little bit about that, but mostly it was about if you were someone who was in a non-monogamous or polyamorous relationship, how would you decide what kind of counselor that you were going to have? What kind of questions would you ask? What kind of filters would you have to determine that? And I thought it was an interesting discussion. And I was thinking in terms of other differences that people have in society when they go to reach out to some professional, medical, mental health, anything like that. The biases of the professional.
Is there a predetermined bias? So they're already predisposed.
Yeah, they can get in the road, and they can make that the service. Or the service that you're getting, or the results you're getting, or the listening you're getting, is not adequate to your situation, and it's okay to ask for a better listener. It really is, no matter whether it's a mental health or a physical health thing. It's okay to ask for a second opinion and a better listener.
Especially now, don't just take the opinion you get from one person. If you don't like it, go get another one and compare the two. Both be on the same page.
Yeah.
If they are, then they're probably right.
Well, not necessarily, but okay.
Or at least right in their opinion.
Yeah. So they were saying that specific issues come up when it's what this called is the intersection. So where two things meet, like mental health and polyamory meet. Yep. There's some things that are specific to that, and issues of disclosure, because you've got several people now in your house, so I am okay to tell your spouse or talk to your spouse for information about your case. Which spouse?
Yeah, which one are we talking
right
about?
So that's something that's different about the polyamorous situation, and the label of that it's a sexual deviant kind of thing, because it's not the monogamy norm. And a lot of so you want to ask them what kind of relationship theory they function under. Yeah, I remember my father telling me that when I went to get some counseling after my first marriage was I don't know. My first marriage was a domestic violence thing, and I went to get some counseling because I was, like beaten to a pulp, inside and out. And he said, you need to ask what kind of theory they're functioning under in their practice, because this particular one isn't going to work for you. And so I had heard that before, that relationship theory is a key word to ask. And sometimes these counselors have the idea, in fact, quite a few I've come across, have the idea that all of your problems result from the fact that you're trying to practice non-monogamy, and that's your problem. That's the terrible thing. And the solution is then to stop, or they'll decide that consensual non-monogamy is somehow enlightened, and so then you should be, opening up your relationship, whether you're ready to or not. So you have to watch what side of the fence those people are on, and diversify your information sources. So get a second, third, 12th, whatever opinion. Go by word of mouth of friends and other people that you know, referrals from a counselor that you do like, but they just don't really have exactly what you want. Also, they talked about that these peer groups, and where do we know of a peer group, my dear? We've got one here in Victoria yeah, what?
Can you push your mic down a bit? You're talking into the end and you're going past the pop filter.
All right, sorry.
It's popping like that, and somebody just said, "Hey, on my channel, she's popping her peas."
Okay, sorry about that.
It's just that you're sitting crooked.
So a peer group is like, we have Van Al Poly is a group that I founded 20 some odd years ago, and that's been the thing, is that we refer to people to professionals that we know have had experience with, that are on poly friendly or better. So they understand the concept, and that's not your reason for having issues. There's issues within, and there's issues that predate those kind of relationships as well. And the other thing that peer groups do is provide experience. So you don't shame people for asking questions. You answer the questions. You tell them from your experience. There's people like me and you are OG. We know what this. We've been doing poly I've been in a poly relationship for over 20 years. And I've been we've dated quite a bit before that. So been there, done that, got several t-shirts. And yep, and happy as a pig in poop to tell you what's going on, and listen to what's going on with you.
You don't have to censor yourself for past the first 8 seconds.
Yeah. So that's what parts of the wisdom of experienced folks. And so anyways, I was thinking about that today, and thinking we didn't really talk about poly in our last YouTube, and that was one of the things that we wanted to be sure to mention, that we are two of a trio that has been together for many years, and been instrumental in a lot of events and interactions and legal crap, and advocating, and
that's one way to put it,
legal crap, yeah, affidavits, and so on, in support and that kind of stuff. And we've been around for a long time. And
you saying I'm old?
You're old.
Okay.
Yeah, not as old as me.
But we've been doing it long enough to know what we're doing. But as people quite commonly
Well, I don't know. I don't think there are experts. I think there are people.
Hey, give me a second. I was getting there.
There are people who have been around and have good idea of what worked for them, but not necessarily what works forever. Like there isn't.
Might not work for you.
Yeah, there isn't just one way to do polyamory. There's
I've heard that in a number of
there's as many as there are stars in the sky, and you have to find the one that works for you. And really, the only expert on your life is you.
I got there before you this time.
You did. You're smarty.
I do that a lot, even in other things, not just in sports. There's more than one might be a wrong way or two, but that's your other people's opinions instead of your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering why I can't hear you so well. You're very quiet to me.
So the second slider from the left
Mm-hmm.
is the line in. That's me. If it's too quiet, push it up.
I have it all the way to the maximum here.
Push your headphones all the way out. Here, I know. Here's one of the things I can do. I can check my wonderful piece of software here. Yeah, I think we might have popped your pop filter because you're still popping. I'll say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, well, I have to talk at the side of this thing. And I don't always remember to do that.
Oh, well, here you go. This would be why. How about now? My line out was way down.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. I could hear you, but it was...
Well, you don't need to hear me anyway.
I was feeling like if I couldn't hear you adequately, I was talking over you, and I don't want to talk over you.
No, you're doing just fine. I can hear you just fine. I can, if I can't hear you and you can't hear me, I can always do this. It's, hey, I want your attention.
Oh, well, you can't have it, so...
Yeah. Well, at least, hey, we know we have at least one viewer. They commented on my chat that you were popping your peas. Is your pop filter dented?
It's my pop filter.
No, on the front, not the side. The big plastic piece on the front.
Oh, no.
Is there a dent or anything in it?
Oh, there's a wrinkle in it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's what it is?
Just push it down away from me a little bit. No, you. The whole microphone. Push the whole thing down away from you a bit. You just have to talk louder.
I don't know. There. How's that?
You sound fine.
Okay.
You always sound fine.
So...
I should probably look at your show notes. That would probably help me. Where did you put those?
Well, just wondering. I've pretty much done what I have
What
a
did you
few of the notes, but it's if anyone's looking for a book, they suggested Designer Relationships or Rewriting the Rules, and there was this comment, which I always say is that monogamous lens would be a lot more efficient and a lot less heartache, I think. So some of the skill sets, that's loud now. Some of the skill sets that I've had to learn to get along and compromise
with other people
and stuff within when there's more people involved, you don't really have the choice. You have to get with the program and figure it out.
Or get out.
And whereas when there's only two of you in a marriage, you can ignore each other and not deal with issues that quite as soon as you probably should.
Yep.
And I think if more people did that, life would be a lot better.
Things fester and fester and fester, and then it's too late.
Have you ever watched a movie and they're having an issue, the characters in the movie, and you say, now, if you practice polyamory, this would not be a problem.
I say that all the time. Like, they were just poly, this would be so easy.
Yeah.
There'd be less dog fighting. Yeah,
it's not entirely true, because
No.
I've seen some knockdown dragger brawls in poly scenarios as well. Everybody, people are people, and
we all have the same problems. Doesn't matter what you practice, you're still going to have the same issue.
Yeah, well, and people who are...
It's not going to save you. You still got to practice.
People are not willing to learn to communicate and compromise and all those nice things will find each other regardless of what the relationship style is. So,
Okay, got to change the music. It's annoying.
Okay, all that exciting poly stuff.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. What brought you to being poly? Do you remember?
Oh, good God, I can't remember anymore. That was so long ago now.
Remember your first encounter?
No, but I'm pretty sure you're going to remind me because it was you.
No, you guys were...
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd go that far yet. We were still trying to figure that out.
You were non-monogamous, you weren't necessarily poly.
Yeah, exactly. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
We won't discuss that because it's X-rated.
I discovered it on the internet when moved out to the western coast of Canada and had to network to find.
It's funny because I didn't hear a
Friends at
lot
work
about
and
it
stuff.
in the East.
No, I never heard a lot about it in the East at all. Although it resonated with me. It wasn't like it was too far off the beam.
Is it the West Coast influence? Is it Seattle?
It was California for me.
California. Okay, California then, but now it's probably Seattle. Is it the whole West Coast? Well, not the whole West Coast. Let's not get them all in trouble.
Well, just maybe more people in the nice weather that have more time to think about things
you
that
don't have
are
to worry
outside
about
the box, maybe?
Freezing your tail off every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's funny. I mean, you look back east right now and they're up to their eyeballs in snow. And, you know, we're dealing with the dog blowing her winter coat and it's only the middle of January.
Yeah. But it's not a our generation
No, it's not.
a thing. Monogamy is actually newer.
Yep. Well, it's been around just as long, I guess.
No, it has
No,
not.
it's-
Non-monogamy was
it was there first.
goes back thousands of years in various cultures, including the First Nations cultures here.
Wasn't seen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Monogamy is a Western.
Is it Western or is it European?
It's
Something
Western.
there.
Well, European, Western
Yeah.
countries.
Western culture.
Western culture thing. Yeah, it's
First world problems.
yeah.
No. Well, yeah. I think next week's show we'll have to make sure we do promos a little earlier. But again, you know, that pesky day job of mine gets in the way. I'm working Friday, Saturdays.
Well, let's not say I couldn't do it, but I was.
You were busy.
I was busy working today too. So.
Hey, I did my own report today.
You did. It's a good thing. I was doing some editing on
Your new book, wasn't it?
no,
Well, last night was-
no.
Sorry,
this
last night was ISBN's.
This was ISBNs. I was fixing up my records out of date, and but today I was doing editing of a book that was published in 2021.
Yes.
But always, you can find editing issues. Always.
Well, people read it and go, "Oh, I really want to change that section."
Yeah, and it wasn't. This time. A lot of times it's a typo that 5 people can look at it and you'll still miss that typo.
Yeah, well, you could use a spell check and it's actually spelled right, but it's the wrong word.
That happens too. But this time it was just no. I'd rather reword this
You know,
a little bit.
If you weren't such a nice person, you wouldn't do it. Most publishers would go, "No, you've had your 2 rewrites. Go away."
Yeah, well, it was
and
fine.
you know, like
Not
how
a-
hard is it?
Yeah,
really?
it wasn't my book to edit, and the editor agreed that she could do that. So I just went in and fixed it, but it didn't take me very long.
Nope. And it won't take me long to get it back up on the web. Did you update the other site?
No, I did not update the other site. No.
Not our site, but the other site.
What other site?
Lulu silly.
Oh, I updated the printer. Yes, I haven't updated the website.
No, I'll do that one. I just want to know if you.
No, that's not. That's a blue job.
Do we want to explain that term?
Yes, I have a
Blue job and pink job?
sister-in-law that her and her husband refer to things as blue jobs and pink jobs, and it's just really a way of getting at doing something you don't want to do today.
Do something you don't want to do.
Yeah. So if I don't want to do it, it's a blue job.
You're not gonna like this.
What?
We have to do two-factor authentication for Shopify.
Oh, I hate two-factor.
Oh, you know what?
Two-factor authentication. Here's another topic that
Yeah.
ticks me off.
Uh-huh.
The only person that can't get into whatever account has a two-factor on
the
it
person with
is me. It's not whoever thinks they're going to hack my. It's me. I can't get in.
You know what though? And as we've had recently, there's been that group going around hacking YouTube channels.
Yeah, well, I understand the wisdom of it and all that stuff.
Well,
it's
no,
just,
that's not what I'm saying.
and it's not like I forgot my password. It doesn't recognize the damn password.
It's not what I'm saying. They said these people have two-factor, three-factor, whatever authentication, and they still got burnt.
So when they still got in, yeah. So I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't think that the two-factor should make us feel secure in any way, shape, or form.
Well,
But I just wish that it would.
Yeah, and they tell us to use a password manager, right? Look what happened.
And then the password manager gets hacked. Yeah.
Well, the password manager was only encrypted up into the master password. Once they got past that, everything was in clear text.
See, there is the wisdom of old OGs like me that want to write everything down on a piece of paper. Nobody's going to hack my piece of paper.
They got to break into your house to get it, right?
Yeah.
What was I doing? Oh yeah, Gmail. Sorry, I'm actually fixing Shopify while we sit here.
Yeah. Okay, so I hit all the things that were ruminating in my little brain to mention. You were going to talk about.
The only thing I really caught my wind this week was last week we had talked about John Deere and their little issues.
Yeah.
Right to repair. Well, they relented. They signed an agreement with, and you know what? It slips me as to who it was. But as long as they protect the intellectual property of John Deere, they can repair whatever the bleep they want.
Yeah, I can't remember who the agreement was with either.
Okay.
I'm thinking it was a farmers group or something, yeah.
Okay. Can't get into Shopify now.
You can't get into it?
There we go. Got it. Operator error. Where's the site? Oh, this is just Shopify itself. Okay, so two-factor authentication is here. Well, you know what sucks? It means it's not going to my phone, it goes to my Gmail. So if you go to try to get in, it's going to want me to send you the password it sent you. In my Gmail.
Endless.
Endless BS.
Endless BS. But then, you know, you've been hacked, so
I've gone through with several of these guys.
It's
you know
not
what's really
that
funny though? You remember I told
it's
you
not that distant. So.
Think Media got hacked.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, even though they were hacked, they still had a YouTube post scheduled, and it let them post it. They can't post it all. They can't post any more, but the scheduled ones still go.
Oh, interesting.
Now I know Barnacle just got his back, and the other day there was no videos in it. He's got like 5 years of videos.
Yours were all there, were they not, when you got yours back?
All but the ones that the hackers posted. He got all his back too. They're all back. But some people that are subscribed are getting notifications from videos they've never seen because they've been updated. It's called a Tesla something or other hack, and it's really going around. It's basically come from the LastPass.
We don't have that, so.
No.
Again, piece of paper on my desk.
No, I don't do that. It's too easy for me. It's too hard. I'm always losing the paper. Here we go. So I'm actually doing some work here.
Well, stop it. You're supposed to be talking to me.
I am talking to you. I can do two things at once.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can. I can multitask once in a while. Yeah, that was the only thing I really saw. There was a couple things I want to just run over. Just let me look at something here. Let me pull up everybody's favorite thing, YouTube. Oh, look. Both of our live streams are listed.
That's good.
Yeah, mine wasn't. Mine was not listed. I had to fix it. That's why. Oh, when I went off the air, so did you. I forgot my virtual camera is what's feeding you.
Oh.
Sorry.
So these guys heard my voice and that was it?
No, I didn't even hear that. There's just a big blue screen in the middle.
Oh, that's handy. So I missed a whole bunch of stuff.
Not much. You missed about 30 seconds.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm sure that whoever's listening is not hanging on every word, so pretty sure we're
the stream
okay
element
to miss
spot
that.
is.
Hanging on every word?
Yeah.
Well,
but I will say I've seen some of the videos coming out of CES that just finished. Consumer electronics shows for those that don't speak English or speak geek. There's one video going around TikTok which I happened to see yesterday. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a new electronic device that just debuted at CES.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the device?
It's the, well, I don't know what to call it. I really don't know what you would call it.
Can you describe it?
Not without getting demonetized.
Oh, okay.
It's for guys.
It's for guys?
And it can go up to 600 whatever per second.
Oh, it's for guys to put a big smile on their faces?
Yes. And it retails for $99.99. It will go 600 strokes a minute.
Oh.
At 600 strokes a minute, you'd rip the thing off. Like, why would you go that fast? I'm sorry. This is the kind of stuff they debut at CES that never actually shows up.
Wow.
Thank goodness. But there is the 200-inch TV that I would like.
200-inch TV.
Yeah.
I would take up the entire wall.
And your point is?
Where would I hang my paintings?
On the side? That's about the only place left. But see, then we could rearrange the living room and not have all the stuff there because we'd have to sit against the back wall anyways.
Yeah. You can move the...
It only retails for $5,000 plus.
Well, actually, that's not bad for a 200-inch TV. I think the 56 I bought...
That's this one up here, isn't it?
Was like $4,000. So
what do we got downstairs?
It's
Isn't that an 80?
No, it's smaller.
Is it? I thought it was an 85.
I don't think so. Because I bought a 56 and then took it back and got a 40.
We got the little wee one that I broke.
And then I upgraded again to, I think it was 55.
55 or 60 or something along that line.
60, something like that.
And you know, everybody comes over that sees it. My God, that TV's huge. And I'm like, not really. It's small. I want to say that I've been bitten by this wonderful bug.
What bug?
The bug that sits in the rack to your right. All the silver stuff. I want more.
Silver stuff?
The big Unify stuff. All the silver stuff in the rack.
Oh, yeah.
I need more. I want to put that bigger switch in there and help us out. I mean, it has helped tremendously. You're streaming at 1080p for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because of the 10 gig network in the house. So I don't wish that on anybody. That's not an easy thing to do when you can't drill holes in walls.
That's true, yeah.
Although, don't tell anybody we did drill a hole. We didn't drill a hole. We just made the hole that was already there bigger.
Well, I'm fairly certain that... excuse me. I'm fairly certain that when we move from this place, they're going to renovate and won't notice...
I'm sure they are.
Won't notice the difference, so... But I think it'll be... I think it'll be a while. I mean, I'm edgy because I think we need more space, but...
We're priced out of...
But the price is ridiculously low, and the area that we live in is lovely. Live right on the river, and
hey,
it's
you want to show people our parking lot? We can do that.
Parking lot?
Parking lot.
What would that tell them?
How nice it is.
I thought you'd be better off showing them at the back where you can see the...
I got no cameras out there.
Yes, you do, but it's under the...
It's under the thing.
Canopy. We got a sheltered canopy thingy out there, so I could sit out there and write and stuff pretty much year round.
It's nice.
We got a little...
we made the right choice.
It's a metal... canopy. It's not the gazebo. That's the word I was looking for. There's a metal gazebo, and then we have a heater thingy in there. So
well, not a heater, but we got a propane powered fire pit. There's a few that we were noticing when we were coming back from work last night.
Yeah.
There's about 5 or 6 up on the front entrance area. Guys with propane powered.
With fire pits, yeah.
Yeah, seems to be the thing.
Yeah. Well, it takes the edge off the cold, right?
Yep.
So it's nice. And then in the summertime, I can sit out there too.
They can see us. You wave.
Who can see us?
Read your screen. Upper left corner.
Oh, yeah.
That's us from the That's us from the backside. Look at my bald spot. Let's get that off of there. Nobody wants to see that. Oh, we could show them this, but it's kind of black and white. And this one.
What's that?
It's our parking lot.
Oh, it's out front, yeah.
You wait long enough, the dog might be there.
Yeah. It's like this big.
Well, yeah, I don't have it full size. Hey, you want a full size? You can do that. Here, look. Everybody can look. There you go. Is that better?
Is it raining?
Yep.
Oh. Well, it's not snowing at least.
I put it that way, so I probably should do it this way because it's there. Now they won't see what I'm looking at on my websites.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's our parking lot.
Yep, that's out back. Let's do this. There's the doorbell. No dog. Dog's outside.
Dog's outside?
Her dog's sleeping downstairs.
Oh.
I got to put that camera down one more. She's learned to hide in this corner here.
Oh, so she can't be seen on the camera.
Can't be seen on the camera, yep.
She's a tricky little one.
Oh, we put the lid on the fire pit.
Oh. That's probably... don't want people getting... Because don't know who's going to be wandering back there. It's not fenced or anything.
No, it's not.
People can wander from the other...
Yeah,
other
they have
houses.
to turn around and walk back the other way. I would put the other camera up, but it needs to be fixed. I want one more. I want one of these Wi-Fi ones back there again.
You should take your drone out there and tool around, and harass the duck.
Don't tell anybody, but you can stream to the drone from the drone to YouTube.
Can you?
Yeah.
You should send it out there and harass the ducks when they come.
The weather is just not.
It's raining. Yeah, it's not.
Oh, it's been too cold lately. Yeah. So Think Media just posted another video. Blind as a bat. Mute button. Mute button.
Sorry.
What were we looking at here? I was just trying to catch some of the news from what Linus was babbling about yesterday. Oh, the new terms of service on YouTube. Yeah, let's not talk about those. They're changing it so you can get demonetized, and because of the violence and whatever in your video. So gaming videos are going to get hit hard, and it's retroactive, so they can go back through your VODs and demonetize your videos.
Why?
Because people aren't happy.
Well, if you've made it so that your YouTube is not for children,
doesn't matter.
Then
if you curse in the first 8 seconds of a video, you could get demonetized.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm not worried about the cursing. I'm thinking about the violence. If it's already in the game, there's not much you can do about it.
No, and then but what they say is, well, then you shouldn't stream it. Oh, they haven't got the timestamps in here yet. Okay.
So that means games like Among Us, that's a kid's game,
but still violent.
But there's still people get stabbed and stuff.
What's the word I'm going to look at? They're going to look at each piece individually, and my answer to that is bullshit, because they'll never get to it. Do you know how many videos are posted to YouTube on a daily basis?
Oh yeah.
And that's like Linus says, they claim to know what the algorithm is and how it works. Nope, they don't have a clue. Well, they do, but they don't.
Well, part of that is if you say I'm going to do this and you're going to lose your money, people are going to go and then take stuff down, and they don't have to police it. They
don't have to police. Well, that's like when they put out the whole reason for lost my brain there. Oh, for making your channel not for children, because parents can't parent their own kids. They want us to do it for them. They do. They want us to tell them what videos they can and can't watch.
Well,
isn't that what adults are for?
Having experienced children that are pretty good at getting around the rules.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't know any of that.
I can see why they would want to do that.
Yes, so what it is, and what's to stop a child, because there is no filter, from saying they're over 18. There's nothing to stop them.
No, true.
And there's nothing that stops them from watching the video anyways.
And they would, even if they put you have to only do this with credit card access, they would find a way.
They would find
a way, yeah.
Yeah. You have to put in your credit card.
Oh.
No.
Well, no, they would just pinch mom's credit card and do it.
I'm wondering why there's... Well, there wouldn't be a charge on it. Well, there would. Like $1.
Yeah, and you wouldn't probably notice that. Yeah.
They would think it's just something they did. Yes, but then there's a credit card attached to the account, and the next thing they know, they have a premium subscription. We don't know anybody that does that. I know a lot of kids that probably would do that.
Yeah.
You've seen the videos on TikTok. Who spent $317 on Animal Crossing? I can understand. All these games have microtransactions.
Yeah, and it's hard for an adult. Like, I go to pay my Sherlock Holmes thing, and it's well, you just need a few more of these here.
That's how they get you.
Ruby things. Like, it's only $2.66.
That's how the developers make money.
Well, $2.66 every day for a year is a lot of freaking money.
A lot of freaking money. Yeah. That's what microtransactions are. That's how they get you.
Oh, it's only $1. No, it's not
it's only $1 a day.
It's only $1 a day, or
so that's $30 a month.
Yeah.
That's like those $1 a day things, right?
You
can rent this for $1 a day for 30 days. That's $30.
Yeah.
Do that 12 times. Don't ask me. It's math. I don't care. I don't do math. That's what calculators are for.
You're such a Gen X.
Unless you didn't call me a boomer.
No, I'm a boomer.
I don't know. What's a boomer classified as?
59 is the last year.
Oh, is it? So that makes me a Gen X. Good God.
Yeah, you're Gen X and I'm a boomer. Just I'm a baby boomer.
Huh.
Like a teeny.
I thought we fixed this.
One of the youngest.
I'm on I'm on the Shopify site looking at your book.
Yes.
Why is it? And it's print on demand, isn't it? This is the new pocket version.
Of A Matter of Perspective?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Okay. So why is there not 99?
Well, I don't know. Look and see if maybe it's not.
Do we have a digital file for this one?
It should be in that file, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Like I said, we're going to talk about anything and everything, and this is anything and everything.
If not, I can get it for you.
I'm looking for Lulu Direct.
So I'm almost done my novel.
You think?
Yeah.
Almost done?
Almost done. Like, I can see, I know what needs to get on the page. I just need to get it on the page. Whereas a lot of times I'm like, I have no idea what to do this. And it's, like, it's, for instance, that other one that I've been trying to write for, I don't know, 10 years now. And it's just sitting there, I don't know where to go with it. And this one, I know where to go with it. It's basically writing itself, and I'm just trying to transcribe.
This isn't good.
What?
We need to change something on Lulu Direct, by the way.
Why?
Because your card's expired. It's the old one.
Well, they don't need to be billing me shit right now anyways. They have to ask me first before they bill it.
No, they don't. When somebody buys a book, remember? It goes through your card.
Well, then why are they asking me to fund it?
What?
The last few times they've asked me to fund it, I've got a message you need to fund this.
Because the auto pay is off.
Well, that's good.
Because no, you don't want it off. You want people to be able to buy books.
Oh, well.
We'll talk about it off stream. Also, the Lulu Direct app is outdated. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just giving me a message saying it's outdated.
It needs to be
and will expire in September 6th, 2023.
So...
It's nothing I can do about it. It's up to the developer.
Interesting.
Yeah, see, remember when they order a book, we get charged,
and
then it ships, and then when their money's released to us, we get it back.
Yeah.
So orders will not be paid automatically, blah, blah, blah. It's because it's got the old card on.
Okay.
That reminds me, mine expires soon too. But yeah, it says the app is out of date all over this thing.
Okay. Well, so I wonder if there's somewhere in there that you can ask about updating it.
No, it's up to the developer. They'll do it because this is very popular from what I understand. View orders. I don't want to view orders. I want to see what books are on here still.
Well, I told you when I was on the website, I set it up so that it did the Lulu direct from Lulu, and it doesn't seem to have shown up on our end.
It doesn't, because Spotify is completely separate, I'm guessing.
Shopify.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to go through this later.